Yiquan supposed to be very simple. So you don't have to do so many forms, so many movements, and then you have to waste your time to remember all the movements. So Yiquan just concentrate on how you develop the power, and then how you use the power. And it's simple, just stand there, and then you get the power.
The people who want to learn it already know martial arts, or can they be non-martial arts?
Yeah, you can be a beginner, like a white paper, because this is much easier. You don't have any things beforehand. If you learn some martial art before, maybe you have something in mind already, so you will resist. Many people that practice martial art before would like to learn Yiquan because they can get the power more easier than a beginner. And then they find out something they lack, like you do Tai Chi is too soft. Your framework, your skeleton become more strong, and then you can easily use what you have learned. Yiquan looks like a core, C-O-R-E, that you learn something which is very basic and useful, and after learning, you can apply to all kind of martial arts. The Japanese who come to China, right? What's his name?
Kenichi Sawai.
Yes, he published a book, okay? Looks like Yiquan, and he changed the name. He said his name, he changed the name, he got the authorization from Wang Chai to change his name. It's a long story that we don't know because we are not in Shanghai. They just write it and then we just listen and then we look at the book. But it's lucky I met a Taiwan Yiquan who at the same time practice with him together. Yeah, he's still in Taiwan. So we invite him to Hong Kong and then we practice together. And then he have a long talk with us how he learned from Wang Chai in Shanghai. And then because he at that place looking at him fighting with Wang Chai and how he practiced together. So he said when these Japanese come to Shanghai and meet Wang Chai, okay, he said I'm a judo and kendo, okay, and I don't think Chinese martial art can fight. But Wang Chai said, yes, please try, it's simple. So he bare hand, he fight with Wang Chai, he tried to grab him and throw him, but when he hold Wang Chai's clothes, Wang Chai just throw him away. Okay, so twice, he said twice, like this, one holding the body, one to the leg, but still cannot move him and throw away. And then he said, okay, so how about the weapons? We cannot use a real weapon, so we use the stick. Okay? He used the wooden sword. And then Wang Chai stand there, he used the sword to strike Wang Chai. This teacher said, Wang Chai just step forward and use the stick to fight against his stick. Okay, so both contact, and then the guy fall over. How over? There's a car parking there, and he fall over on the top of the car. So that's it. So he said, I really see it. Okay, and then after that, these Japanese would like to learn Yiquan because he don't know why he's thrown away. He's been doing martial art for a long time already. So it's a Japanese invasion in Shanghai at that time. And then Wang Chai tell his student, it's a Japanese, they invite us, we cannot teach him. So he have a student called Yao Zhongxun, who also Wang Chai tried to practice and teach him so they can go to the stage to fight with the boxer. So that's his training in such a way, and then find some boxer and then know what they are doing, how they fight, how the boxers fight, and then how can Yiquan fight with them. So that's why they have the sandbag. And Wang Chai never hit the sandbag, but Yao Zhongxun did because he tried to know what they are doing. And then these Japanese came with their group to practice. So Yao Zhongxun teach him how to do fali, how to do the stand, how to do the walking. So we can see from the video of this Japanese, he's doing the same thing as the Yiquan at Shanghai that period. It's true, and it's the same. So he bang very low and then move with the hand over the head. So it's that time Master Jai is teaching in that way. And there are some basic exercise which is the same, and the stand is the same. And then this Taiwan Yiquan, he also practiced the saw from this Japanese. Okay? So they interchange their techniques. So that's the how these Japanese learn.
Did Wang Sifu consider Sawai in his lineage since his student had taught him?
Yes. Because he really learned at that time from them. But Wang Shijai doesn't really teach him and ask the student. But you know, in Chinese tradition, it's different with northern part of China. You have to bow and become a disciple first before you practice. Northern part of China, you practice 3 years, 4 years, and then the teacher thinks you are considered you can be a disciple. So it's totally different.
I didn't know
In
that.
southern part, you have to do as a disciple first. You give the red pocket and then bow, and then you can practice martial art. So it's different. Okay. So Wang Shijai, as a big group, okay. So you come and practice, but he doesn't teach, right? You stand there, and then the brothers will do push hand and then techniques with you. Yeah. So in the class, his teacher is Ma Zhang, but the one that teach him is the Yao Tong.
I see.
Even in Hong Kong, in Wing Chun class, right? You go to a class, the teacher doesn't really teach you. It's the Si Heng, okay? Elder brother to teach you how to do it, how to do it, how to do it. And then the master will come, okay, oh, that's not good. Try some movement, that's it. Yeah. But you are still considered as the student of him. Even you come to Han Xingyun, the Yiquan master in Hong Kong, okay? You go to his class, so he in the room watching TV, and then okay, you come out stand, right? 2 hours you come to stand. They have 8 stands. You come 15 minutes one stand, and then come out change pose, you change, and then you go back to watch, and then drink whiskey. That's what he's teaching. Yeah, and then after 1.5 hours, he will come out. Let's try some Fadi movements and techniques, and then half hour finish, and then okay, come next day. So it's the traditional Chinese teaching like this. Wang Shijai in that period is still like this. And the best is you ask question. If you don't ask, you every time you come is to stand. Yeah.
Right.
And how do you have the power? You stand, you will have. Well, that's their answer, right?
Right.
They won't explain to you.
Right. Why did he choose standing practice? If he wanted to be very simple.
Oh, you mean the Wang Shijai? That Yiquan.
Right.
Doing the stand is the first step only, not the ending. So you stand, you get your skeleton, and then you can move a little bit without losing your skeleton, and then you can Fadi without losing your skeleton. That's for the attack and defense. Yeah. When people try to push you, attack you, you still can keep your gate, keep your door, so they cannot enter.
So sometimes, like in Yang style, we just stand. Not too much thinking. Just stand. This is not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same.
In Yiquan, we said this is punishment. Why you do something wrong? You stand there like in a school, right? Because you don't know what you are doing. You just stand there.
Right.
So it's no different with punishment.
Right.
And then you have to wait 15 minutes, very tired. But you don't have intention and you don't know what you are doing. So that's why each one you have to mind. People push you, you have to move. So it's not standing there, it doesn't move. You try to test, try to move, and try to sense how people push you, you can resist them. And then from this imagination and doing a little bit move, you develop the power like a spring. Okay, when something press you, you can immediately expand. So that's what we want to develop. It's not standing there and then you push me, I stand like an iron. No, because it's too bad. And then it's a little bit soft, but it's strong. So that you push him and then the power goes out more stronger. So that's why if you push him more harder, he absorbs your power and then you release the power, it becomes very strong because you are strong. And then the counter attack is more strong.
I see.
That's the main point. And then you try to do up and down stretches, left and right stretches, so that when you get the power, you can explode in 6 directions instead of just 4 points. We have a stage doing that stand, and then do what kind of test power and Fadi according to that stand. And then different stand, we have different following up Fadi and test power, so that you can do all the power.
When people are new, what do you think the biggest problem is for them, for the standing? Is just, do they get bored or?
Yeah, because you don't know what you are doing. That's too bad. If you follow the stand, okay, first this one, second this one, how you develop forward and backward power, left and right power, up and down power, following the sequence of the stands. And then you can have a measurement of yourself. And then you can test by your teacher, okay, can you do this? Can you resist this? And then you know your progress. Instead of just stand there, you don't know your progress. So the teacher is very important. He guide you from step to step, how you do Fadi, how you do the walking. We call it mo cha bu, right? So how he teach you. If you stand there, people push you, you are very strong. But if so, in Pushen we try to move you. That's why you see Yiquan Pushen, they move the steps instead of standing there, because you become very strong. You stand there. But if I move to your back, then you have to move.
Right.
Once you move, you lose your skeleton. Then I can attack you.
Yes.
So Yiquan will try to stand there, move the step without losing the skeleton. And then after moving 1 or 2, 3 or 4 steps, then you can move freely. That's how later we develop a dance, right? Actually the fighting technique here. So it's a progress step by step here. Standing is the very beginning. Okay. And also I learned from the young Xiaozhong, right? So Tai Chi, we asked them, we practice Tai Chi, right? Did we also have to practice Qigong? No, Tai Chi is Qigong already. You do the Tai Chi movement, you incorporate breathing deeply, then that's Qigong already. We heard the static stand, jump joint is very important. But why low in Tai Chi? He said, you see our masters, grandmasters, they don't have stands, but they can fight, right? You can see Baji, they don't stand, they can fight, right? So Southern Shaolin, nobody stand, right? So nobody can fight? No, but it's a more simplest way to achieve fighting. That's it, right? And when we do Tai Chi, we also have the stand, like we do the brush league, we have to hold the stand for 5 minutes. That's stand already. That means you build up your power.
Is it true that Mr. Wong had trouble with some Tai Chi teachers? Didn't Tai Chi has some problems?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
But he also mentioned he like or he admire some Tai Chi teacher, and in his writing, right? But he is more admire is the Bagua master called Qing Ting Hua, right? When he met, right? Because he that's why he incorporated the Bagua steps into Yiquan. Mo Cha Bu is actually the Bagua step, right? Because he met Qing Ting Hua. Qing Ting Hua saw him like half dance, move fast and come to him. He just feel that he told Mr. Lee that Qing Ting Hua comes to him like a fireball. The power is so strong and move so quick, he just cannot imagine. That's why he incorporated the Bagua steps into Yiquan. So we can see Yiquan, the steps is Bagua. Okay, how they move is the mud walking step of Bagua. Step forward is Xingyi.
Right,
Move left and right is Bagua. So if you have practiced Yiquan before, we have the Mo Cha Bu, right? The step is 45 degree, 45 degree. That's Bagua. That's what Mr. Lee tells us here.